It's Elizabeth Maria, and this is Intuitive Tuesdays with Elizabeth Maria. Yay, I'm so happy to be here. And tonight I am talking about how do nature spirits help us on our spiritual journey. So I'm so excited that you guys are here with me, even if you're not watching live and you tune in later. It's all good. I'm going to, before I get started, oh, just going to clear the energy between my space and your space. Tonight I have a candle here. It's a fun one. It says in the zone. So let's use this candle. Just take a couple minutes to breathe in and out any of the stresses of the day. Thank you, Great Spirit, for allowing me to be here tonight. Thank you for allowing me to be a guide, a conduit. Thank you for protecting the space and only allowing what is of our highest good to come in. Guys, I don't know about y'all, but I mean, wow. Wow. Like since the spring equinox, I mean, the energy is just cray right now. And one of my friends told me that there's like 7 planets all in alignment tonight. I mean, it's a crazy time to be alive, to be manifesting, to be creating our own realities. Yeah, so tonight I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about nature spirits. They're a really big part of my spiritual journey, and I know for some of you, they're a big part of your journey too. And so I wanted to say that, everyone's experience with spirit guides or, any type of energy is going to be their own, personal truth, their own personal reality, their own personal experience with it. And so my experience with the elemental spirits and the nature spirits may be quite different than something that you're familiar with or that you've experienced. And so, just know that everyone's truth is their truth. What I'm going to share is really, it's based on my own knowing and understanding about the nature spirits, and not so much on the plethora of information that is out in the internet about, or on the internet about nature spirits. I'm gonna see like if I can do that. Oh, that's like just private chat. I don't know. So, oh, now I'm taking it off. Now it said, oh wait, let me go here. Okay. So if anyone is tuning in, I don't know if I can tell, but just say hey, say a comment or something. Um, so anyways, I have had a connection to the natural world. I mean, we are, like our bodies are uh the body electric. I love Walt Whitman. I actually have him tattooed on my arm. But is all about the natural world. I mean, we are organic matter, right? And so it makes sense that we would seek out the natural world to ground. And when I say ground, I mean to get back, to work on getting back into balance, right? I know for me and a lot of people in this time and place, I mean, we've been clearing a lot. Be ready to start a live video at 8. See, this is really weird how Facebook, I'm not really sure about this whole restream thing. I gotta figure it out. But anyways, so I know that a lot of us are going through a spiritual awakening right now. And and so just and there's a lot of cat buzzwords and people talking about spirit guides and what is all of this, right? Well, nature spirits for me and my understanding are beings, that were created just like we all, were created by, the one source. And they are kind of like in between our like three-dimensional reality and like the heavens, the ethers. And so they're kind of in a um I wouldn't say in between, they're in a higher state than we are. Some people say that they kind of dwell in the fourth dimension. Sometimes they kind of hang out, I'd say closer to like the lower level fourth dimension. And so, it is important, when you're working with nature spirits to, make sure you know what you're doing, because there's some crazy energies out there right now. But anyways, and so they dwell on the fourth dimension. So usually you can't see them unless you're really pretty heightened. Your energy is pretty heightened. Now for me, I have had several encounters with the nature spirits. One in particular that comes to me a good bit and has been for a few years now is my blue fairy. And I call her the blue fairy Ophelia. She is one of the fairy queens. She first came to me when I was living in Griffin, actually, and I was out in nature. And I mean, if you're wanting to, and not that you have to be outside in nature to connect with the energy of the nature spirits, but I mean, that's where they dwell. So, you might as well go out there and ground in the nature, take your shoes off, squish your toes in the grass, whatever. I mean, um, mm, oh, this is good tea. Tonight I'm drinking, it's like a turmeric and ginger. It's really good. I love my teas. Anyways, and so I was living in Griffin and I was out, and when I go out, I just walk. I mean, I walk through parks. I have like literally walked through like whole towns and cities. I just really love the energy of, connecting with Mother Earth in a really up close and personal way. I like walking over, bike riding, and even, driving, really, even though I do love driving as well. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So I was out walking and I just like felt the need, like there was like the sun was out and I was in this park, and it was just such a like overwhelming feeling for me to just I needed to take my camera out and take a picture of this tree. And so I did. So I took a picture of this tree. And then when I went back later to look at it, I saw in the tree this big blue kind of orb thing. And so I was like, what is this? And since then, she's come to, and so, I looked really close at the blue orb now. So, some people may say that it was, just the sun or whatever. But for me, I saw my blue fairy that day in the tree. And since then, she has been with me and she comes to me, and just all kinds of really beautiful ways. I mean, it's usually just the energy and a knowing that she's around. And then sometimes I will see something kind of out of the corner of my eye. That's a way that you can really begin to know that nature spirits are around you. So if you're sitting and you kind of and you don't, I mean, when I say go into meditation, it's really about going into being in the present moment in your body. Last week I talked about some grounding techniques. So just getting in your body. And once you're in your body and you're just kind of in your flow and stuff, And especially, again, if you're in close proximity to nature, I know fairies love gardens, and this is the perfect time in spring to bring the fairies in. And just, when you're outside and you're in your element, right? They're the elementals. Then that's when, if you see like something kind of dart out the corner of your eye, more than likely it's an elemental. So, there's all different types, of elementals. I guess like the best known are the fairies or the gnomes. But so I definitely consider my blue fairy Ophelia is one of my spirit guides. And then another elemental that came into my life a couple years ago is Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Now, this is gonna seem kind of crazy, but this also happened, and I'd say this was at the beginning of the accelerated part of my my spiritual awakening. But I was also outside walking, and it was like I felt this giant energy just come over me. And I want to say that, I mean, I haven't, I never like saw just, just straight ahead Ophelia, the blue fairy, and I never saw straight ahead the, Sasquatch or Bigfoot, but I felt their energy. There's different types of claircognizant abilities, and I am, and if you guys are, someone's watching this, you can tell me which one is that, but it's really like feeling the energy, not necessarily seeing the beings, but feeling it. So, anyways, I was out walking, and I just felt this sense of giant energy. And then it was like my whole perception started shifting. And it was I remember walking past a light lamp pole. And it was like the energy of giant was so great in me that the light pole, it looked like a scepter I could just pick up and wave around like my wand or something, and it was just like, it was like my energy like just grew like a giant, or a Sasquatch, or the Bigfoot. And so after I had that experience of, and the most like the most visceral part of that experience was when I saw the lamppost, and it was like my energy grew so big, I could just pick that lamppost up, like, again, like it was like a magic wand or something. Like that was how big the energy was. And um and so I kind of was like, okay, that's a little crazy. And then over the next couple weeks, I started getting, and at the time I was in kind of close to South Georgia. And if anyone knows anything about South Georgia, that is definitely Sasquatch land. I mean, Georgia in general, and Bigfoot, land. And so over the next couple weeks, I started getting just like these really crazy Bigfoot synchronicities. I mean, just like people mentioning, Bigfoot or Sasquatch to me. A friend of mine actually told me a story about like how he had gotten lost in the woods. And when he woke, and he finally just, found a place to go to sleep because he had gotten lost. And when he woke up, he said that he was like in a different place, and it looked like he was in a foot, like he had actually gone to sleep like in the foot of a giant. And this was like a week after I had had my experience, And so that is a way through signs and synchronicities that you can begin to learn what types of spirit guide energy is around you, right? And so, first, I was introduced to my fairy guide, and then, the energy of the giants. And well, the giants is, I mean, they're different species, but, the energy of Bigfoot and the Sasquatch energy came to me. And so, what are these guides? And what do they want? Well, just like all of us, we are all here, to experience the spiritual awakening, to evolve. I mean, we are doing it. We think about, I mean, all species evolve, right? And so right now, our mother Gaia, who, I mean, we may look at as just like dirt. I mean, I don't look at her just as dirt, but a lot of people are like, we live on a big rock. No, we live on a being, right? Mother Earth is alive, right? And so you can think of the spirit guides, the nature spirits, as just like angels are here to guide us. The nature spirits guide the natural world. And so if you are someone who is really in tune with animals or nature, anything to do with environmentalism, the environment, water, then you're going to be someone that is that nature spirits are naturally drawn to you. Okay. And so that's when you begin. So if begin to feel the energy of a certain elemental, then they may be trying to contact you. And so how do you get in tune? Well, again, go out into nature, get grounded into your energy, and just and with the elementals, they are known to be kind of mischievous, and especially fairies. And so you have to gain their trust before, and you don't want to specifically ask them for anything. Just, allow the light of your elementals to guide you towards, joy, fun, happiness. So for instance, for me, I am living up in Maine, and on the property that I'm at, I have found this spot in the woods. It's a little bit of a clearing, and I go out there. I'll put my headphones on sometimes, and I just like get down and do some kind of crazy shamanistic funky dance. I mean, it's a little crazy, but I mean, it's just like me communing with the energy, and it's just so beautiful. And that is where I have been connecting with my nature spirits lately. I really see the energy of them kind of darting around and stuff. And so, when you're in a place where you can just, ask them, just say, allow me to, help me to be present, to stay present in this moment. If you're outside in the garden, ask your elementals to help you stay present and to enjoy this moment instead of going into, the possibilities of the future, or, like what all the shit from the past. The elementals are all about fun and enjoyment, the giggleness of just, everyday life and enjoyment. And so, that is how the elementals guide, right? They can also, especially like the elves and stuff, I mean, they can, especially if you like annoy them or something, they can like misplace stuff. Or if they want you to do something and you're not doing it, they can also misplace stuff. So, watch out for that. But, the elementals really, if they come to you, then it's all about one, helping to protect Mother Earth, helping to protect Gaia during her ascension. Two, helping us to stay grounded and in the present moment, and to remember to have some fun, right? The fairies are having fun out there in the woods, and we should be too. I mean, there is just so much, insanity out in the world. And, this time that I come on here, it's all about, for me, it is all about just, this little slice, this little moment that I can be here, that I can be of service to you guys, and just share my experience with you. So, yeah, so that's that. So, how do nature spirits help us with our spiritual journey? They help us to be in the present. They help us to remember, to giggle, to have fun, to laugh, to go out into the woods and dance, right? And so, you can call on them to guide, right? To bring a light, to bring some fresh energy, a new perspective in, and always be respectful too of their space, right? So when you go into their space, know that this is their home. So, be respectful, and yeah, just enjoy the interaction. I know for me, Ophelia, she seems to come in. I mean, really, I see her a good bit, but if I'm deep in the woods and I'm communing, then that's when my fairies come out. And I mean, a lot of us have had a connection to the spirit world and to, the natural world. Really, I know I did. I mean, so much when I was a kid. I used to make like little moss fairy houses and stuff like that. And, so much of the spiritual awakening, at least for me, has been about going back to what worked and what I was drawn to as a child, right? And fairies and nature spirits were a big part of my childhood. I had so many books about, the big fairy books, all of the different the gnomes. And like I said, I spent so many hours outside just, making little houses for them and stuff like that. And so now, that I am very far away from my childhood, this is a way to get back to that present moment, that fun, that playfulness, and that's what the elementals help us to do and to remember while they're here protecting our Mother Gaia as she's ascending. So love your elementals, guys. And as always, I am going to do a collective reading for us. Let's see, we are in the, let's see, this is the month of March and we're in Aries month. We were making things happen. It is like, wow. This is a month of action, at least it has been for me. One of the wonderful quotes that I heard today. I always like start the day just listening to different motivation videos and mind mastery. Oh, this is great. This is the first card that came out, the Magician, because we are creating our own realities. Let me tell you guys that I'm going to put this down right here because usually for me, I mean, if I pick up my cards, the first card I see that is something important. Right before this live, I did a Steve Noble meditation on the Magician. I mean, I can't make this shit up, guys. I mean, that is called a synchronicity. I love it. I love it. Okay, Magician. So you know what I'm going to do for tonight's reading? I'm going to do the Magician as our card because we are all the creators of our own reality. And then I'm going to pull three cards that talk about, either, okay, so the energy that we're moving out of, the energy that we're kind of currently in, and then the energy that we're moving into, and then a suggestion with that third card. And so the Magician is all about taking that action, right, to manifest your goals and have the resources that you need to create any desire that you want, right? And so know, guys, that you are the magician of your own world, okay? And so for anyone that's new here, this is how I do my tarot. I mean, everyone, does it differently. I really use my tarot as a, oh, thank you, Great Spirit, as a way to connect through, symbols. My background is in English, and so it's really like the Jungian, it's based on the Jungian, kind of philosophy. And so I enjoy that. Everyone has their own ways and means that they connect. This is one of the many ways that I connect, and that I can use the cards to be a guide. It is not a fortune telling thing. It's just tapping into the energy. And so what I do for these collective readings is I am just I am tapping into the energy of the collective around me, of the collective that, watches these lives, that are interested in this type of knowledge, to see where we are in this earth plane, in this moment, and what we need to do, right, as we move forward. And so we are all the magicians of our own reality. We are taking that action. Faith without works is dead, right? We're taking the action. Okay, I'm going to pull three more cards here. And we got 1, 2, and 3. So let's see what. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So this is what is going on for all of us, our creators. So this is the energy that we are moving out of this week. And this is, I mean, for me, it is perfect. I've been going through I went through a pretty intense breakup just recently. And so this time period, this is the lovers reversed. The lovers reversed. And so for you, the magician, the lovers reversed is all about learning to love and honor your beautiful self, right? And so it's about integrating different parts of yourself to find true alignment and harmony. Become aware of what you value and honor those values in your choices, right? And so, this is like, so, right side up, the lovers is all about, this connection with another being, and so really and I always look at the reverse and tarot is kind of, I mean, it's like some of the shadow traits. And, people look at shadow traits as possibly a negative thing, but I mean, these are all lessons that we're all here to learn, and everything is good because everything is God. So even traits that we think maybe, don't serve us anymore and we're learning to walk away from are still important, and we have to honor them. And so, this is the energy of really, really learning to love yourself, putting yourself first, right? You gotta put the oxygen mask on yourself first. And this is all about, the integration of the divine masculine, the divine feminine coming together, right? Just beautiful for that first one. So, and this is basically what you have to do. I mean, to manifest right? It's an inside job. It's always an inside job. So for those of you out there looking for the lovers, you're looking for growth in all the wrong places, right? And so it's about self-love, guys. It's self-love. It always comes back to self-love. God is love. So, if you're not nurturing and loving yourself, then you're basically not nurturing and loving God. Um, and so that is the energy that we're getting. Those are the lessons that we've gotten the lessons, right? And so, but sometimes, and this was a really kind of big download for me just recently, like, even if you get the lesson in the spiritual realm, right? um it takes time for our body to know that we've gotten the lesson, because like our mind and body in this reality moves in a linear fashion, whereas when we get it in the quantum, it's immediate, right? And so sometimes there's some lag time. And so, even if that this is the first main ingredient to create anything in this world, self-love, right? Sometimes there may be some lag time um that could manifest as, still some character traits that you're working through, still some energy that you're releasing, that is holding you back from truly fully loving yourself. And so the next card for tonight, now this is the energy that we are kind of, we're in for this week. So what's today? This is Tuesday. And so, this is the energy that's been ushered in. This is our wonderful Six of Wands. We can create anything. Look at her sitting upright on her horse. So this is all about confidence, self-assurance, and success. So you are proud of your achievements and are ready to shout them from the rooftops. The people around you recognize your success and they cheer you on. And so this is, once you decided here, okay, here we go, Magician. So once you've decided to really get the lesson here, self-love yourself, put the oxygen mask on, then, you got everything you need. You have the confidence, right? You know what you're doing, with whatever it is that you were working on manifesting. You feel it's not even a confidence, it's a knowing. It's a knowing. And that really, for manifesting, for really bringing into this reality, you got to do more than hope, way more than hope, and way more than have faith. You got to know. You got to know. And so this is the energy, the Six of Wand energy. It's like all those scepters, those huge giant scepters that I was waving around when I was getting into that giant energy. This is just knowing that it's all coming. It is all coming, guys. Okay. So let's see. The last card for the night. Let me get here. Is the Page of Cups. So this is the energy that we are moving into. So look at this. All we got to do is focus on ourself. Duh. It is always an inside job. Always, always, always. We got all the skills, the confidence, everything. And then we get the Page of Cups. And this is all about new creative ideas and opportunities that may just come out of the blue for you. Okay. So, this is, You may get a call, a text, an email from someone you haven't heard from, or I mean, when things come out of the blue, it's like, you're at the grocery store, you bump into someone, the next thing you know, you guys are collaborating on some like, worldwide endeavor. You never know, right? It comes to you out of the blue. But what wonderful, fun energy of the Page of Cups. And so this is all about just, having the energy of being dreamy with aspirations, right? Like, that you have the skills, the confidence, everything here. You've put the oxygen mask on yourself. And so this is all about just new opportunities coming in because you have aligned. You're doing the work as a magician. You are doing the work, guys, and so it's all about, going out into nature, grounding your energy. Okay, we got to get, our chakras aligned. And let me tell you that, I mean, it's not like, one time thing with energy healing. I mean, I have been on honestly, a conscious spiritual journey since I was in my early 20s, and I am now in my late 40s. And let me tell you, I mean, some of the lessons I've had to learn keep on punching me in the face over and over again. And I am just like, oh my God, I could be so stubborn. So, it is not a linear progression. Sometimes we get the lessons and we got to get them over and over and over again. It's just a part of it, guys, but it looks like right now, as far as, and this is really an as above, so below. So if it's, so this is really, how I'm feeling about this reading. This is about individuals, collectively, we all do have the energy to change anything that is occurring right now, right? It's about what we're focusing on. So, instead of focusing on, the exterior, we need to focus on the interior, right? Because we know, again, that we have all of the energy, we have all of the skills, we have the confidence, we have, we're self-assured here, right? And so, again, with this wonderful, and the Page of Cups, pages are usually, at least for me, they end up being messenger cards. So we have this page here. And so this is, again, just beautiful, creative energy coming in, a new idea, a new opportunity, and some surprises, guys. I love surprises. So you may receive an unexpected surprise this week. So how fun is that? Okay, and that is perfect with the nature spirits because they are a little mischievous and they like to, just sprinkle a little bit of fun and magic in your life. So, guys, go out into the nature. Okay, it's springtime. Put your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care. Say hello to your elementals. Breathe in. And they'll just help you be. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, doesn't even matter because, guys, this just it just fills my heart. It fills my heart. It does matter, I hope that someone watches it one day, but it's all good, it's all good. Anyways, if you want to learn more about me or what I'm offering, you can check out my website. If you want to support this content, if you want to see more, then, there's several different ways. You can become a Patreon member. I give discounts on my services. I give social media shout outs, some other fun stuff. And you can also do one-time donations. I got the information in the description. Definitely, send me a shout out if you're interested. and working with me, you can message me. Hey, Grant, yay. So glad to see you. I was just about to sign off, but I hope that you can scroll back and watch the reading tonight. It was a really, really good one. Oh, you know what I'm going to do before I get off? I am going to pull. Ooh, I just felt the energy with this. I am going to pull a divine deity card. I love these cards. The Ascended Master. This is Doreen Virtue, and this is the card that wants to come out. Oh, wow. And how awesome that I was talking about the nature spirits tonight, because look what card I have. Yes, you're welcome, Grant. I'm so glad you tuned in. Look what card. This is the fertility. This is Pan here. And so talking about the nature spirits tonight, I just love how Great Spirit works. It's so awesome. And so this is the energy of fertility. Wow, guys. Okay, Grant, I don't know what's happening in your world there, but I guess, when we think of when we think of fertility, I mean, like, of course, my mind went to, like pregnancy and stuff. But then, we think about, because this is all like the first card that we had tonight was the Magician. And so this is all about birthing in our new reality, right? Instead of looking at the others, we're looking at ourselves, right? We got all the confidence, we got everything we need. There might be some fun new surprises coming in this week. And so excuse me, wrong side, haha. Yeah, right. I'm like, I am fertile with abundance and growth. I've already done the parent thing, or I'm doing it, but my God, she's like in her 20s. And I love you if you're out there. Anyway, so the Pan card, this signifies that it's a very fertile time for you. So see there. This is an ideal time for the conception of new projects. Okay. So all the doors are open for you right now. Your mind is fertile with many wonderful new ideas, and abundance is easily flowing to you right now. Okay. So since everything is in its infancy stage, just have patience, guys. Day by day, step by step, all of that, all of those freaking cliches that, like, I know I roll my eyes at a lot, but it's so true. Once you plant the seed, you can't just freaking, what is it? A watch pot never boils. You can't plant a seed and then you just stare at the freaking dirt. You gotta let it do its magic. And so Pan comes to do that magic. We just have to have some patience. And so this is a time. Put the oxygen mask on yourself. Just nurture yourself, and just know that your projects, they're materializing. It's happening. And also, for those of you that are not familiar with Pan, Pan is an ancient Greek deity of nature. And let's see, nature, mirth, music, and fertility. And so it was love at first sight for Pan when he spotted the lovely wood nymph Syrinx. Yet Syrinx didn't return his affection. It's said that Pan was so unattractive that his name became the root. Wow, I did not know this. The root of the word panic, because of the reaction children had. So Pan ran away. But then Pan yelled for help. The reeds, let me say, as Pan yelled for help, the reeds made beautiful music. So then later, Pan transformed into his original self. He made a musical instrument of reeds, which is today called a panpipe. So you can call upon Pan. Say that 3 times fast. Call upon Pan. Oh, I can't even do it. Call upon Pan to help with fertility issues, music, or to relax and enjoy yourself. And so that is our Ascended Master card for tonight. Remember, guys, you are the magician. You have the ability to create anything that you set your mind to. Sending love and light, guys. Bye. I don't even know how to end this thing. Okay, guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.